Hi everybody. Today we're looking at a game in the Lorraine, playing on Encounter map, Steps. Probably one of the only Encounter maps I actually like. Encounter's not too bad. I don't like Assault, but Encounter I go through phases. A lot of Encounter maps play quite the same as the Standard, so don't really see the point in turning it off. Just get battles faster. Like I said though, Assault is not my thing. So anyway, Steps, Assault, Encounter. I'm going to do that a number of times, probably. Steps Encounter. Pretty much, if you don't go this way, you're not doing it right. The 1-2 line on this map is kind of like the Valley on Lakeville. It's completely pointless. The only thing that you can possibly do is flank any of the maps. It takes just way too long. More specifically, though, going down in this ditch is pretty good because you can go hold down up there, or where I'm looking now, you can kind of peek that corner and defend the base. And looks like we got a number of decent-minded players who are actually coming this way instead of going 1-2. Make first contact. That's the only two players on their team that are really worth noting, XVM-wise anyway. So I take a quick shot at the Centurion. I aim for the middle of his turret because there's no armor behind the gun handle if you hit it directly. So I managed to hit that shot pretty lucky. This gun's not the most accurate. It's alright, but even with the buffs to the aim time, it's not the best handling gun. Think about going for some shots on this T-43, but the T-54 looks like he's going to start pressuring. Now that we've got back up, I decided it's time to go. This auto aim, and he's actually going to track shot off. I actually hit my ally there, because he was making some pretty silly moves. And look at this T-54. He must have XPM. He is easily XPM. And I actually hit our ally again. I'm shooting like an absolute noob right now. That's 2 team damage shots in a row. Well, technically not team damage, but 2 team ricochet shots in a row. And the only problem with this map is a lot of people just FAP cast it, which is pretty bad, and you don't like FAP casting because that's not how to win games, right? I think capping is more of a tool to help win the games, not a method of winning the game itself. I never really liked capping. Like, obviously, there are times you should cap. I'm not saying you should never cap, but this is not really one of them. So back to the game, the Ag Tiger looks like he's pressuring to get some resets. Not really necessary at this point in time, because we still have a minute and 16 before we win by cap. So I'm reloaded now, go back into fixed cam. And that was a weird bounce. That should not have bounced. But I'll be extra careful in making sure that the rest of them don't. He fires, and I'm able to put the last 2 in. This is what the Lorraine is really good for. I think that it's getting power creeped by the Skoda T50, but at the same time, clips like that are really, really good. And especially if you can make every shot count, not just 4. That's really, really nice. So we're still capping. We got 3 people on, even though XVM up top says there's only 2. That's incorrect. And they're really putting on the brakes defense-wise. The Egg Tiger looks like he's just trying to stay alive, and their TDs, or not TDs, their mediums are finally starting to push up. So now that I'm basically reloaded, after the Egg Tiger dies, I decided it's my time to shine. And since these guys are definitely going to be distracted by the cap, I'm going to just clip them. Get a nice shot, 2 shots actually, into the Centurion, 1 into the Mutz, and I'm going to start looking at this guy now. Nice thing about Centurions is and the penetration on this gun, is you really don't have to aim attacks like that. He overrangled his frontal hull armor and still managed to penetrate, so good penetration, terrible armor, so good deal. Prepare the ammo rack. This tank does get ammo rack fairly often, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it's got no armor, so that's probably just because I notice it more often. Don't want to get shot by these guys, and I've still got quite a lot of time on reload, so what I actually want to do here is just get out of the cap circle, because they're going to go for whoever's in the cap circle to try and get the reset. So I'm actually pretty safe, even though I have no armor and I'm at the front. You'll see that in a moment. Just about reloaded again. Go for a track shot on this guy. Always a good idea to go for those track shots. Get some nice shots into this dude who doesn't look like he really wants to pay attention to me, which is like I said. And you can see that the damage actually does build quite nicely on this tank. I'm up to about 4,500 damage right now, and I'm about to clip this 229.
Ils sont salement touchés. Où
Nice
sont-ils
shot
passés?
there.
Prêts à tirer. Je les vois
Obviously,
plus.
I bounce his engine
Celui-là n'a
deck
pas percé.
because nice.
Ils sont touchés.
I don't know why he shot that time
La tourelle est
into his
intacte.
turret.
Elle tourne au ralenti.
And this is kind of the
Cible
most
verrouillée.
funny part of the replay.
Il a
So
rebondi.
I fired my last shot at the Centurion, and he doesn't shoot me. I am a one shot, and he doesn't shoot me. He goes for the M103 that's hull down,
Je les
that's
vois
got
plus.
almost no line of sight on him, and the E75 doesn't shoot me. They're super Pershing behind, misses me. So what I decide to do is actually kind of go in front of the E75, or at least go off to the side. He looks like he's aiming at me, so I get behind the rock, and I see that the Super Pershing is actually kind of a tomato. And wouldn't you know it, he isn't looking at me. E75, still not looking.
Prêts à tirer.
Super
Au
Pershing, I
revoir.
finally
Continuez à
get
tirer.
reloaded. I put one into him. That
On
was
a
a
perdu
really
la cible.
terrible shot. That's why auto aim sometimes isn't the
Cible
best way to
verrouillée.
go.
Ils sont touchés. Où sont-ils passés?
Finally get reloaded, and I
Il est
put two
fouillé.
shots, no, three shots
Passez
actually,
au
into the Super
suivant.
Pershing and kill him. And E75 goes down. Centurion will close to follow. Hopefully I can pick up the kill. I've got two shots left, so even if I miss one, I've still got another one in 3 seconds.
Cible
Auto
verrouillée.
aim. And
Véhicule
seal the
ennemi hors
deal.
de combat.
So that was the Lorraine game. Pretty ridiculous, actually. Probably one of the luckiest games I've had in my, what is it now, 28K games. Really hilarious. At the time, I was absolutely confused as to why the enemy was not killing me. I consider myself to be somewhat dangerous player in autoloaders. I like their playstyle quite a lot, and I seem to be fairly good at them. But I guess they didn't see that, so they let me live and have an amazing game. I picked up 6K damage. I might have hit a blind shot, but I actually don't think I took any, so a little under 6K damage, which is really a great result for your Tier 9 mediums. If you're getting into Tier 9 mediums, I recommend that you try and go for 2,500 damage a game. That's pretty tough, but you know you're not going to get any better if you don't set your goals high. So Tier 9s go for 2,500 damage a game, and Lorraine is not too hard to do that. Well, yeah, it is. It is a hard tank to play, but you know, if you were looking for a tier 9 to play, that's a bit of a challenge. The Lorraine's not a bad one. If you're looking for one that's not too bad, maybe the T54 or the Patton's a good one for you. But anyway, I ramble. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.